drove to Reading on the Thursday night and started early on Friday from the Premier Inn. Coming out of Reading, initially down some canal paths which were very nice. And then into some residential areas, some tiny little alleyways which are beautiful as well, with lots and lots of trees and greenery. Going towards what is known as the Ridgeway, which is a very ancient road leading all the way to Devizes from Reading. We were really lucky with the weather, blue skies and lots of sunshine, and for the 4 days we hardly saw any rain. We stopped for a coffee in Goring-on-Thames. We found a really nice cafe that served delicious cakes and very good coffee. We also bought some sausage rolls for later on for lunch, which we ate up on the tracks, and they were delicious.
We're now onto the proper gravel roads, climbing for quite some time probably to get up to the top of the Ridgeway. Generally in good condition, but some big puddles. And it's beautiful countryside. Just gentle fields, horses here and there. Looks lovely. This is nice, and great gravel. On the downhills is a bit tricky because there's muddy puddles everywhere. You never know where you're going to slip. Hence I'm not filming much because I don't want to wipe out.
I think the Ridgeway has been used for over 5,000 years by people, mostly transporting animals, but also armies have gone over it, and it's just been a general connection between different villages and settlements along the way. very chalky and gravelly, and I could only use the phone on some of the easier parts, otherwise quite slippery, especially where there's like deep ruts, big rocks, so you have to concentrate all the time. And here we are in Avebury, which is an ancient site, a bit like Stonehenge. The whole village is surrounded by these giant rocks everywhere. Nobody really knows why they were there and what they were put up for.
This has been a long climb. I probably climbed for about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. Mostly on a tiny single track. I've just come out in this one so I can actually video, because I wasn't able to video before that. Because it's tricky, slippery, deep ruts to go through and puddles here and there. So it's just kind of 4% keeping up and up and up. These farm roads take us pretty much to the top of where we're going to be today.
Very near Devizes now, end of the first day. We found a nice pub to have a quick beer and then carried on the canals into town to find our accommodation. First night we stayed at the Black Swan Inn in Devizes, a really nice pub with comfortable rooms and an excellent restaurant where we had a most amazing meal. I also discovered 6X, which was a really nice beer to have.
I don't know because I've never done it. It's best for us to think if you can get back up onto the ridgeway. Yeah, okay. Just got to regain all that height. Exactly. Yeah, that's the same everything gets today.
Day 2 and we're on our way to Winchester via Salisbury. Similar kind of terrain, a few more single tracks, but again very nice, a bit less sunshine.
This is the Salisbury Plain, and to the left is the shooting range where the British artillery train. So you can't go in there or you risk that they may be shooting any time. But the gravel road's amazing and great views.
The route took us past Stonehenge, which was very busy with tourists as always, but nice to see from afar.
There's a big old age fort straight ahead. You can see it on the landscape. We're not far from Salisbury. Yeah, you can see the contour, now all covered in greens, of course.
Beautiful Salisbury Cathedral. And then we arrived at Winchester. Quick tour through the center of town, trying to find accommodation, which was another pub. The statue of King Alfred the Great, who was an Anglo-Saxon king who lived towards the end of the 9th century. And this is where we stayed, had a quick beer, and then we went out to explore the town. This is Winchester Cathedral, and then the beautiful streets around it, the old cobbled streets around Winchester Cathedral in the dusk, really pretty. Day 3, and we are on our way to church. Started on a nice little cycling path, and then some very grassy fields and grassy paths leading to the top of the hill, where there's some quite rutted single tracks. You had to really concentrate where you're going, but lovely scenery. We saw a few paragliders at the top of the hill, and then just as we crested over the hill, we saw lots and lots of them. Clearly there were some thermals they were catching, and just beautiful to just stay there and watch them for a few minutes, and then we carried on. Lots of very rocky paths, some very steep descents, some of the wooded areas where I haven't filmed. It was very tricky, so it was a full day of going up and down hills. We arrived quite late at the Bow and Dragon, nice little pub, and we got a lovely dinner, even though it was quite late for the kitchen. A lovely pub, very nice people. Interestingly, there was a bottle of gin next to the bed in every bedroom. The final day we started over the Surrey Hills, absolutely beautiful. Lots of nice gravelly paths and lots of beautiful wooded terrains and paths through the woods. Absolutely stunning on a really nice day. skirted around Farnham in some beautiful residential areas, clearly very big, expensive houses, nice green streets around them. It was just nice to be on a tarmac road for a little while again.
How very English is this? A village pub with a post fan in front. The guys are already drinking beer at 12 o'clock. Then you have the telephone box, the parish council notice board, and the post box behind it. So we offer a beer.
This last day we decided we're gonna cut the route short so we can take some time enjoying the scenery, having some nice beers, having some nice lunch, and it worked out perfectly. ...360 kilometers over 4 days, 22.5 hours of riding. Absolutely loved it.